So today we're eager to begin now talking with you about anything that is important to you. There's nothing off limits, and it will unfold in a lovely way. But we want you to sort of keep an eye to this idea. As we are talking about the variety of things that we're talking about, we're going to put emphasis on your ability to choose and calibrate to where your inner being is on the subject, because this is the thing that we most want you to understand. Your inner being has an active, meaning dynamic, meaning in this moment, opinion about everything that you are about. So every subject, every experience, every person, every interaction that you are involved in, your inner being has a strong point of attraction about that. And because it's an unequivocal point of attraction, because it's not contradicted by doubt or worry or memory of things gone wrong, because it's an unequivocally pure signal, the law of attraction is responding to it in a very powerful way, which means it's your best bet to harmonize, synchronize, calibrate to that. And if you do anything else, which is sort of kind of natural that you would, you're not going to feel so good. Next, we want to say this right at the outset. The more you calibrate to who you are, the more wonderful things will come around you. Now, the question you want to be asking right now is, oh, Abraham, I didn't quite understand that. So I hook up, I become very powerful in my attraction. Good things come to me and good things come around me, and you don't want me to look at them because they're conditions? That isn't what we mean. Of course, look at them. Just understand where they came from. Just understand that they are evidence of your alignment, you see. Looking for evidence of your alignment is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. But you got to understand how this works. And here's the thing. It's like in the early days, Jerry and Esther's publisher said to them, with the launching of their first magnificent book, we wrote it. They helped a lot. He said, don't read the reviews, because the people who like your book will buoy you up and entice you to look more, and the people who don't like your book will tear at your guts. So Jerry and Esther don't read reviews, mostly. So we're not asking you to not care what others think. We want you to be considerate, and we want you to be compatible. We want you to have good lives, and there's no point in withdrawing from this world in which you live. We just want you to get your priorities straight and care most and first about calibrating with who you really are, and then everything else really will take care of itself. All right? So we are today undoubtedly going to take understanding of the law of attraction to a new place, because everything is about attraction, 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 attraction. There is no assertion. It's only attraction. There is no assertion. Just feels like assertion because you've attracted something you don't want, and at deep levels you think, I wouldn't have attracted that. There must be someone doing this to me. But there never is anybody else doing it. It's that you've calibrated to something other than source, and so you're attracting what you don't want, and that's why it feels like assertion. Now hear this. Your inner being is not asserting into your experience either, because the law is the law, and what goes around, and there's no exception to it. So your inner being is not asserting into your experience. Your inner being is offering a signal that you can attract, offering a signal that you can calibrate to, offering a signal that you can harmonize to. But it's attraction, it's attraction, it's attraction. So what do you want to talk about? Worry not. It's going to be a wonderful conversation. Everything you want to know, we're going to talk about. Even if you don't sit here, someone will present it in a way, and off we'll go.
So it's the assertion. I just realized in all these years I've followed you, and I've been in the hot seat many times, you guys never say anything that make me feel bad, because you're not asserting at me. It's amazing. Like, you should start a church. You might.
And then down into the hole we all go together.
You did tell me to get out once. That kind of made me feel bad, but you were just kidding.
It's all that we just said to you. You see, we don't even want you to calibrate to Abraham through Esther. We want you to calibrate to your source energy, to your own source energy. And you do that by caring about how you feel and feeling by feeling, reaching for what feels better. And the way to do this, you see, now this brings us to another conversation about the law of attraction. Sometimes you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and the more specific you get, the more delicious it is. Because when you're tuned in, think about this. Some years ago, we used to offer this analogy. You're going to like it. So you've taken a child of yours or somebody you know, a little kid, and you've taken them to a place where there are wonderful things to purchase. And this child is in love with life and lighted up by everything she sees. And you are in love with life too, and you just cannot find enough ways to flow loveliness to this child. You can kind of feel that, can't you? Now, in your story, take an ornery little girl with you who's in a rotten mood, and she is demanding you to do something to make her feel better. So her attitude shows it, her tone of voice shows it, her demeanor shows it, and she wants that and that and that and that and that. How do you feel? You want to give her everything, or you want to take her home? You want to go home and leave her there. We're talking about attraction, attraction, attraction. So when you're tuned in to who you really are, the analogy that we offer sometimes is, imagine this platform is a board of LED lights, thousands of lights on this board, and you're thinking about something and you light up. That's you. Now, every other being or consciousness in the vicinity that resonates with what you've got lighted will light up, and that's your world. Those are the people you're going to meet. Those are the conversations you're going to have. Those are the memories that are going to come to your mind. That's why you think of what you think of whenever you think of. And so to get out ahead of it and to deliberately light your light, to meditate and light your light, or to segment intend and light your light, to calibrate to your source before you go, rather than stumble into a condition and let whatever the condition is light your light. You don't want the world to calibrate you. You want to be calibrated and then go into the world. Because when you deliberately calibrate and you go out into the world, then you resonate, and what comes to you is what is a vibrational match to you. And whether it's out into the world of strangers or whether it's into the world of a human you're living with, that human has as many varieties of lights that could light up as the whole universe, because that person is a microcosm of the whole world. But what happens with the human is you've already formed an opinion and you've got an expectation and you've already calibrated to what you think that is. So you can't get something different than what you've been getting if you don't like it. Or even if you do like it, you get what you are expecting to get. Expectation is a strong, strong, strong emotion, isn't it? And so we're stirring you up a little bit.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I think you do. People in your world aren't giving you what you want because they're deliberately holding out. They're giving you who they are in this moment. And the reason that they are who they are in your life in this moment is because of what you're broadcasting. So what you really want to say, instead of I don't like your behavior, what you want to say is I don't like the behavior I expected from you and I'm getting. I need to go calibrate. Or what you're saying is I don't like the you that I've created through my powerful expectation. Don't say any of that to them because it'll just cause a fight. But we want you to understand that you get what you expect. And so life has been calibrating you. Life has been calibrating you, and the same time that life has been calibrating you, source has been receiving the calibration of what you really want. Isn't that glorious to know? So in any moment, you can lean in the direction of what sources received from your experience. When someone's hateful, you want more love. When someone's starving, you want them to eat. When someone's confused, you want clarity for them or for you. There's this magnificent world that you have been creating, that you have easy access to, but you can't keep facing the current reality and calibrating to the current reality and live the world that you deserve and that you've created and that you want. Nice to know. Enough?
Enough.
Really good. Really good.